I felt myself drawing into yourself and away from everyone because nobody understands.
I'm a board certified OBGYN, right, at an accredited program in this country. I got less than a month of training of menopause, and some of my colleagues don't even get that.
Looking at the 20th anniversary of the reporting of the Women's Health Initiative and taking stock of what has happened in those 20 years, very little.
We go through puberty and everybody's happy and excited and you can't wait. And then you go through pregnancy and it's parties. You go through menopause and nobody wants to hear about it.
Tonight we're here to talk about the M factor. I purposely did not wear makeup, didn't wear a dress, just put on my pants, some comfy shoes, and I am here to celebrate all the things that make me a woman. Let's go.
Tamsin and Joe called me on the phone after I was on the Rachel Ray show for a menopause makeover with Stacey London and asked if I would talk to them about how I felt about menopause. So that's how we got involved. They came to our house and asked us questions, and I really feel like it's such an important thing. I'm a nurse and I like to help people. So I didn't know what was happening with me and I was miserable, and it turns out it was menopause. And to talk about it, just plain talking about it, helped me. So I feel very empowered to help other women because I don't want them to feel like I have felt.
I'm good friends with Tamsin, and this has been a long time coming, and I feel like this is probably one of the most important films of my lifetime in bringing relief, education, information, freedom, liberation to women who have been suffering for decades. So it's a labor of love for Tamsin, I know, but for all of us who are perimenopausal, postmenopausal, menopausal, just thank God that the M Factor is here and is going to help us get the help that we need.
Do you see through your day-to-day journey as a psychotherapist the connection now between that and that?
Oh my God, so much so, because my practice is primarily very successful women. And it doesn't matter how successful you are. Menopause, untreated menopause without information can bring you to your knees. And so this is so important for us to have the right resources so that we can empower ourselves, so that we're not victim to a patriarchal system that hasn't been that interested in relieving the symptoms and the pain of menopause for women.
Tamsin Fidel, what is the M Factor?
Oh, the M Factor, Shredding the Silence on Menopause. It's a groundbreaking documentary, and it's been created because there are 1.1 billion women around the globe that are dealing with menopause, perimenopause, and all the things that come with it. And it was really important for us to make sure that we help educate, because not only do we as women need to know more, but doctors need to know more, and the men need to know more.
Something that we share in common is the fact that we are motherless daughters. We both lost our moms, so we didn't really have someone to ask about this. No. Is that part of your question? Is that what part of your why?
Yeah, it's always part of my why, right? We didn't have somebody to go to that said, here's what's going to happen next. But it's interesting, we didn't have our mothers, but a lot of women that did have their mothers still didn't have somebody to talk to, because it was such a taboo, and is such a taboo topic to a lot of people. Mm-hmm. So it was really important for us to normalize the conversation and open up the conversation.
From the bedroom to the boardroom. I mean, it affects all of us in many different ways, right? Sure. What was the process like for you? How many days of shooting? How did you put this doc together?
Yeah, I have some incredible partners, and it took us 3 years to do this. We did a lot of trips all over the country, talking to a lot of the leading voices in this space, and it was important for us to also have the voices of real women, because that's really what it's all about. So it took a lot, but wow, worth every single minute.
How does every thank you resonate with you? When somebody comes up to you and they're just like, thank you.
Somebody just made me cry. She told me they watched the film in Puerto Rico, and I was like, you're going to make me cry before the evening has even started here. It means everything in the world.
What part of the journey, or was there a part of the journey where you said, you know what, it's too hard? Was there any challenge, or just was go, go, go?
It was a challenge. It was totally a challenge. But we thought, even if we get this up on YouTube or any sort of social media and help one human being, one woman, then we've helped somebody. Because that woman will spread the word, and that woman will spread the word. So the message was never going to be too small as long as we could get it out there. And that's our mission now. It's our mission from the beginning.
How does it feel to have the accolades that you've already gotten in like week 2?
Honestly, we pinch each other and we say, how can this be happening? Because seriously, this was going to go up on social media. And I sit and monitor all the screening requests that come in all day. And to see, we held a screening in Nairobi. I mean, today, which was there yesterday, but all over the world. And to have this impact and to know that this many lives are being helped, this many women are getting educated, countless women from all over the world are finding out what's happening to their bodies, knowing what questions to ask, knowing what doctors to see. I always say, if you help one life, then you've earned your place on this planet.
I have practiced medicine for 20 years, so all the patients that I have seen and treated and advocated for, I myself am a 49-year-old proud perimenopausal patient who've had hot flashes and brain fog and problems with my speech. So both personally and professionally, perimenopause and menopause have deeply affected me.
Have a great time. You are one of the stars of the night, and I can't wait to see the documentary. And rock on, my friend, rock on. Nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I'm executive producer on a film, and this has just been a film that I wanted to do for the last 4 years. And I ended up meeting Tamsin a couple years ago, and she wanted to do a film, and we were like, let's do it together. And then we were like fast-paced, like let's do it. Let's not let anything get in our way. Let's not let no money get in our way. Let's just get the film done. And let's have it released on World Menopause Day. Why not? So that's how we got here. And we really got here because we both ended up suffering. We suffered unnecessarily. We were just like all the women that we're featuring in the film. And it's time to end the suffering, right?
Yeah. It's the M is sometimes misunderstood.
Yes, I like that. The M for misunderstood, the M.
Right? It is like, what is going on, right?
What? Yeah.
Mental pause. It's so many things, right?
Yes.
So coming up, what made you decide to go into journalism? What was your aha moment for yourself that said, I want to be part of a storyteller. I want to be that person?
It happened years ago. I ended up working with a guy who was already in radio journalism, and I was in PR. So I knew how to get him on things. And along the way, we just started building his business. We had a talk show on PBS for 15 years. We were doing documentaries together. And then there was just things I wanted to do. Menopause, he would have never done a film on menopause. So a lot of the women's issues weren't really, he wasn't really passionate. So I left, started my own production company with a partner who had worked with me in other films, and here we are.
It's nice to meet you. I mean, your reputation, you're just like, I Googled you and I was like, oh, she did that and that and that and that and that. But may this be one of the crowning moments of glory for you. May this be something that you feel so good about tonight when you put your head on the pillow. I just know you did a good job.
Thank you.
And that your talent really made a difference in the world.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. So many times we work on things and we're just working on it. But this for you, I'm happy for you.
This is personal. Yeah. Right? When you do a film where you're a part of that story, it's really the first film I've ever done where this is a part of my story. Wow. So it feels so much more personal. And what I'm getting from every event, everything women say, it resonates more inside, right? Before I would go, oh, that's great. Yeah, that's great. But now it's like, oh my God, it means something.
I know that you talk about ADHD and all these wonderful things and mental health and the fact that you've got a huge social media following. How does that feel for you to be a leader in this industry, to make, making a difference?
You know what? It's surreal because when I first started creating content, I had no idea people would resonate with it, but a lot of women push through their pain. They push through their period pain, their childbirth pain, their menopause pain, and they appear high functioning. They mask it, but you're not going to get an award for that. You're not going to get a medal for that. It's best just to take care of yourself instead of trying to take care of everybody else.
I thought I had early onset of Alzheimer's. I was like trying to diagnose myself, and then somebody said, no, you're just forgetful because that's part of it. I'm like, oh, it is? We just don't know.
I hear that all the time as a psychiatrist. I get referrals for women in midlife who think they have ADHD, they think they have dementia, but it turns out it's brain fog related to hormonal fluctuations in perimenopause and menopause. So I developed the TIES method so people could recognize these symptoms, like the T is thinking issues, the I is identity issues, the E is emotion issues, and the S is sleep. All of these things can be the result of menopause.
What's your one tip that you want to help share with people that they can do? Something simple, like a common sense thing.
Read. When you are curious about your body, about your mental health, and you learn, that is the best love gift that you can give to yourself. That is loving yourself in the ultimate form.
There you go. She's not just plugging her book, she's plugging all books. Just read. Thanks for watching.